Yeah.
Yes.
Hello everyone. We are very sorry for the delay of 5 minutes because we were trying to figure out the connection and everything. So here we are with all of you, with our second couple in conversation, who are both of them are artists. As you must have gone through our flyers. Today's couple is. Welcome, Seetal.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, namaste.
Hi.
Hello. So I was just introducing you both, and so here we are with both of them. Another amazing couple doing full-time music, and Seetal is a Kathak artist. She also has a background of Bharatnatyam, isn't it, Seetal? Yes. Initially she studied Bharatnatyam, and then she's now doing full-time Kathak. And Kaviraj is a multi-talented artist.
Can I just say about Kaviraj, because I'm just one of I'm really a fan of Kaviraj for many. One of the things about Kaviraj is that when we had a great tabla players coming into London, UK, anywhere like Yogesh Dada, Pandit Yogesh Shamsi, it was Kaviraj who could actually manage to perform with him on the harmonium. Mukti had an opportunity also to perform where she needed accompaniment on the harmonium plus singing. That was Kaviraj. And then actually, most importantly, Kaviraj is a santur player. So he is a santur player, he's a singer, and he's an harmonium player. And best of all, above that, in addition, very, very humble, very sweet person, always accommodating, always supporting everybody. So thank you so much, Kaviraj.
Thank you.
And that's why both of you make a special couple. And we have seen many couples when we are starting making a list of people who could be on this series on this platform. And especially in the UK, we have many friends who both husband and wife, both of them do something in music. But I think you make a very special couple, and that's why we would like to share some of your journey with all our audience today. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and we're really happy and excited to have a chat and share our experiences.
So before we continue with this chat, we would like the audience to see a short clipping.
Yeah, so I think just to get a feel of what Kaviraj is, and so let me know when you start to hear a nice music, and that's Kaviraj. So. course, we would like to the audience to listen to it more, but well, we just wanted to give a glimpse and share with the audience, what it is like. First of all, great performance, and it's the peak of Jhala, which you are playing extremely well played.
Oh, nice.
For everybody who don't know so much about the instrument, this is called santur, and this comes from, this is played in many of what do you say, Persian countries, Persia, and many of the East European countries also, and
Yeah.
of course in Kashmir. And now, thanks to Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma ji, that it's become a classical instrument. And imagine that you need a patience of Kaviraj to actually play all those hundred strings, and that's why I think Kaviraj very, very well done.
Oh, no.
Very
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Wonderful, Kaviraj, wonderful. So, Sheetal, going ahead, we know that you both are childhood friends, if I'm not wrong. And so I think the journey must have started long back. It's just, so we would really, would you tell us about it?
Yeah, I can start. I mean, we knew of each other and we were in a lot of the same events, and we were kind of spending a lot of time together within the musical circles. And basically, Kaviraj's father, Ustad Dharamveer Singh, is a educationalist, sitar player, sitar maestro, and musicologist as well, you could say. And he was a founder of many kind of initiatives and organizations. One of them was, at the time, it was called Leeds Center for Indian Music and Dance. And that kind of started up a lot of activity in Leeds, in the north of England. And then after a few years, my mother and my family, my brother and I moved to Leeds, and my mum got a job at Kaviraj's father's organization at the Music and Dance
So I
Center.
think this is maybe 1998.
Right.
So we would have been maybe 7 years old at that time.
Yeah, so that was what actually I think brought the two kind of families or the worlds together, and as individuals together from our kind of childhood. And it was just so many, so much activity in terms of Indian classical music. There were summer schools, projects, classes, Hindustani music classes, concerts all the time. We would have concerts late at night. We were young children, and we used to help out with the events as well, just whatever we could do. So it was from there that we kind of, after the concerts, musicians would come over to Kaviraj's house, his parents' house, and we'd have dinner together. So it was those kind of environments that we just were in the same space, but we didn't necessarily talk to each other then, I think.
Maybe not so close friends.
I don't say bachpan se dost. I wouldn't know. I don't know about that.
So
But,
when exactly did your friendship start? At what age do you think that you became good friends?
So there was an instant. I lived in India for a year.
Right.
I was living in Calcutta when I was studying with my Guruji Pandit Ajay Chakravarti ji. So I was living there, and then Seetal and a few other friends, they came and visited.
It was in our gap year before university.
Yeah, so about 2009, 10, around that time. So those times they, messaging and just, here and there. And then when I came back, actually, Seetal was quite keen on, practicing some vocal, and so she would message me in the morning, say, "Oh, are you doing your riyaz?" and things like that. So this is how,
I was just
the
saying
messaging
to
started.
him, and I was saying to him, like, he spent 9-10 months in Calcutta doing so much talim and getting some talim from so many amazing artists and from Pandit Ajay Chakravarti, and then doing so much riyaz over there, and coming back to the UK, just making sure that you keep up the riyaz, keep up that kind of energy and momentum, what you've been learning. So we used to just talk every morning, like 5:30 a.m. Wake up, time for riyaz, courage riyaz, all of that.
Wow.
So that was
So Sheetal, yeah, please.
No, I was just saying that So the question was, when did you think that it is clicking now that you actually wanted to speak? I understand, Riyaj. Of course, we used to,
Yeah.
we have done the practice also. Like we used to always say, practice karna hai. But then it
So-
I
also.
think it was that
think-
time, around
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, I think, obviously relationship se pehle wo bhi thoda riyaz tha, messaging and so I think we have a date. We say every year this is the day we actually said we would like to have a relationship together, and it's the 4th of August in 2010. So it's been also 10 years since we
Oh, wow.
we were kind of we connected and
The 4th of August is the day when you actually
Decided. We decided. Okay,
decided.
we just
Yeah.
had this conversation, and it was like, what do we want to do? Like with this friendship, we were talking so much all the time, and do we want to be together or not? And then we just decided that day. It was like, okay. And we also said in that one conversation when we made that decision, we also had a conversation about how the relationship would fit within our life, like with our family, with the music. We just had a long conversation, kind of like the contract, like how we want the relationship to be, what we would expect from that kind of thing. So
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Shri, do you remember
I
our date?
was just coming to that. Yeah.
that's it, just
Yeah.
testing you now.
how much does it mean?
I know.
So, Kaviraj, you have a musical background. It's in your family. Dharamveer ji, he's an MBE, we know, and quite famous, very well-known personality in the UK.
And abroad. I
And
think
abroad
in
as
India,
well.
everybody knows him. Everybody.
Oh.
He has a lot of work. So I think he may be watching. So namaskar, Ustad.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'm sure he
Namaste.
must be watching. So we would like to hear from you, Kaviraj, as much as you know about his journey. I know that he was in
Yeah.
Africa. He was born there, and then he moved to the UK. So that would, and then also you're something about how he inculcated you into music. And of course, it would have happened naturally, but with all these facets of singing, santur, and not sitar. So how did this happen? So that will be great.
Yeah. So in the family, parivar mein music ka shuruaat was actually with my pardada ji.
Achha.
So my father's grandfather. So वो मतलब बहुत simple ऐसे गीत वगैरह और just the devotional Sikh devotional hymns we have शब्द कीर्तन ऐसे उनका मतलब शुरुआत था और फिर मेरे दादाजी he एक step आगे मतलब वो उन्होंने मतलब he then took it forward
Right.
थोड़ा और मतलब कीर्तन but still in the devotional aspect, the Sikh Kirtan tradition we have. And then फिर पापा ने sitar, he actually started a little bit later in I think maybe 11 years old he started, so not too early.
Right.
So shuru mein Punjab mein, he was actually living in Amritsar, although he was born in East Africa.
Mhm.
Right.
He moved to India when he was six years old. And studying in India, so then he has maybe some sensibilities from India, in that sense.
Of course.
And then being pushed into music, playing sitar, yeah, and then the connection with the Sadhguru Jagjit Singh Ji from the Namdhari
Yeah.
community. So Sadhguru Ji sent my father to Ustad Vilayat Khan Sahab to learn sitar and develop his learning. So I'm so lucky to have been born in this family and with my mum also. Ma is from Delhi.
Uh-huh.
Right.
She's a vocalist. She studied there in Delhi and so we always had music around, surrounding. We were always hearing music. We always either going to concerts, going to classes, ऐसे शुरू हुआ. And मेरा संतूर का ऐसे शुरू हुआ कि my dad wanted to give students a very broad opportunity to learn instruments, जैसे मतलब सितार और संतूर. So he थोड़ा बहुत संतूर का टेक्निक वगैरह मतलब
Try to
understand वो उसको understand करके he then started some students off. So मैं छोटा जब था, I was about 6 years old, I think. And we used to go to the classes in the evening, and somebody was playing santoor, and I liked the look of the santoor. You know, I said, I want to learn this instrument. So मैंने बजाना शुरू किया, और फिर उसके बाद we had मेरे अब जो मेरे गुरुजी उस्ताद जी है, उस्ताद हरजिंदर पाल सिंह, जो कि पंडित शिव कुमार शर्मा जी के बहुत सीनियर डिसाइपल है. तो वो इंडिया से आए यहाँ, और he's now settled here. So उनसे मेरा मतलब फिर सीखना शुरू हुआ, और अभी भी I'm still, you know, connected with him, and he's another amazing artist, and such a humble musician, such a humble person, and we're so lucky also to have him in our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
Wonderful.
Great.
So I just wanted to tell the audience that Kaviraj is trying his best to be to converse in Hindi, and because we had asked him, because there is a wide range of audience that we have here, and because naturally being in UK, you must be more used to.
Obviously अंग्रेजी में बात होती है, और हिंदी का थोड़ा obviously रियाज नहीं होता.
But you're doing very well.
When we're in India, it's like it starts coming. When we're in India, it starts coming out, and then you come here, you just start.
I know. I mean, we will not give the same opportunity to Seetal because we have an hour.
My Hindi is really bad.
Yeah, बिल्कुल, क्योंकि we have हमारे पास सिर्फ 1 घंटा है और बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन हैं. We would not mind. Sorry, not to put you on spot,
No,
but
it's fine.
I think this is great. I think it'll be nice to hear also from Seetal.
Seetal, I wanted to, like, amongst you both, I know that Kaviraj is a full-time musician. He's not doing any job, whereas you are the one who you are doing Kathak also, and plus you have a job. So would you want to share the thought, how it came, and what was in your mind, and how did you take forward this thing? So
Yeah, it's the dynamics actually that both of you work, and especially also Seetal, with something on your musical background where you learned, and then also that response to what Mufti is asking about. The bread earner versus in this modern world, and I think you are a best example of such an couple, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting how things are changing so much. And I mean, for me, it was from my mother's involvement in Leeds Centre for Indian Music and Dance, which is now South Asian Arts UK. Yes. And my mother, Kiranjit Kaur Virdi, she now is the CEO, chief executive of that organization. So she took over from Kaviraj's father, who was Kaviraj Singh. So that kind of journey, and similarly, Kavi had his private tuition and relationship with his Ustadji. But I went through the classes. So for the organization, they had Bharatanatyam classes. So I joined Bharatanatyam, and I used to get some one-to-one learning from Ustad Harbhajan Singh Ji. So he's amazing musician, and he also teaches Shabad Kirtan from the Namtari background. So that's where my vocal kind of learning started. And then slowly I started getting more into vocal, Hindustani classical vocal, and, learning from just small opportunities to learn from people like Koshki Ji, Koshki Chakrabarti Ji, just that inspiration, that boost, it was amazing. And learning some opera for some time. I learned opera for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I really loved singing, and I do still love it, but Kathak has kind of taken priority with that. Right. But it's really important and useful skill for any musician, I think, to learn vocal music, at least a basic level, I think. So it was really good, useful. And then I think for me, it's more about that kind of career question, like you mentioned. So I tried a little bit to be the freelance dancer when I was at university in London. I started learning Kathak there. So it was quite late, and I had opportunity to perform with Amina Khayyam Dance Company. She was my first teacher. So we did a tour of her production. So it was very like in the deep end sort of situation. Right. But because I was swimming, and I was swimming in the deep end, and I was enjoying the swimming, even though it was really, intense. Right. I thought maybe Kathak is something I can do. Like maybe this is something I'm supposed to do. Right. So from there, that seed was sown of, I think I can do Kathak. Like I understand it, and I don't seem too bad at doing it. And from then, I think I just, connected to Kathak, and I can't imagine ever leaving Kathak. Even if I wanted to leave it, I don't think I would be able to leave it. And so then I started learning from my teacher, Srimati Aditi Sen. She's from Calcutta, but learned from Jaipur Gharana style. And she has also learned from Pandit Rajendra Gangani ji. Mm-hmm. And she used to speak about him all the time, how he's so amazing. And so that really interested me when I went to India to try and see him perform, and in real life understand what everyone was talking about. And everyone was right. He is one of a kind, and I managed to connect with him, and I've been really lucky to learn from him for short periods in India, Switzerland, and when he comes to the UK as well. He's just such an amazing person and really excellent guru. Right. So that's Kathak for me, and I see it as a lifelong journey. It's like this word sadhana. I'm still trying to understand what it means, but through Kathak, I think I can try and understand what sadhana means. And alongside that, I didn't want to put the pressure on the art form to earn money from it. I felt like I didn't want to put that pressure on it. I wanted to have the freedom to choose what kind of Kathak I wanted to do, opportunities. So, and I do feel like I want financial stability. Right. I tried to be freelance, but I felt so stressed out. Like, when am I going to get the, money or opportunity? So I feel like I'm more suited to a regular job, regular money, because it's less stressful for me. Yeah. So now alongside Kathak, I've been getting jobs and working in arts organizations. So I still work in the arts. And I work for the Arts Council of England, which is a funding body that distributes money to arts organizations and artists. Nice. So what I feel is it's good to have some job or some work that complements your art form. It's not separate from your art form. Right. So whatever you do in your job, you can use in your art form, and vice versa. Yeah. So both things are connected. But in terms of the gender roles, if we want to talk about that, it's not something we consciously think about, but I am very passionate about women's evolution and feminism, and how women and men need to be equal. Right. So that's how we see our relationship. Like, if the housework needs to be done, if the cooking needs to be done, like, it's both of our jobs. Either of us can do it. And if the money needs to come into our unit, if we need to bring some money in, both of us can do that in different ways. So it's not really, we're both equal, and gender is important, but it's not like separate.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
This is good. I mean, I don't believe in equality, because before marriage, but now, like, Mukti is here, I'm here. I do the cleaning. I do the job.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, the roles. Like, if the man goes out to work and the woman wants to be at home and wants to be a homemaker and look after the house and her family, then that's 100% fine. That's totally fine. But it just depends on the situation and the dynamic.
I think there has to be a balance, yeah, for sure. You have to together work as a team and
Yes.
yeah.
And I think you're right that society is learning still. I think you said that it should not be roles, but I think we should be aware of it. That, something, so people like you make an example. I think we are a little bit far from the time when we start to be not conscious about it. It should come natural. I think we are just
we have to be conscious.
and
Yeah.
eventually I think we might transition one day if we really, especially men, become very mature. But we'll get there, I think. But it's a very good point, and I think that's a great learning. From tomorrow I'll do more work. I promise.
So, Kaviraj, you're doing 3 art forms: vocal, santoor, and harmonium. Also, you accompany on harmonium as well.
Yeah.
So, which one do you prefer more, or you perform more?
Performance तो संतूर और गाना का होता मेरा.
अच्छा.
संतूर is main, और फिर गाना मैं पूरा कोशिश करता हूँ. अगर मैं पूरा संतूर का परफॉर्मेंस दे रहा हूँ, then एक बंदिश मैं गाऊंगा उसमें जरूर. And then उसके बाद फिर ठुमरी या मतलब कोई ऐसा light संतूर के साथ ही. So I play and sing together. Trying to develop this sort of technique, जो सूफी कलाम होता था पहले, गाना और उसके नीचे संतूर का support होता है और so trying to develop in this way.
Excellent.
So santoor, I think, santoor and voice are my sort of main. Harmonium, actually, I wouldn't call myself a harmonium player.
Right.
But thoda, I can play obviously and jitna गाने के लिए थोड़ा just support accompaniment के लिए I can do और लहरा के लिए तो obviously मेरा संतूर का background, लहरा का काम वगैरह, I'm lucky in a way because it's so difficult with people like Yogesh ji and he really keeps you on your toes.
The only time I've seen Kavi stressed is when he has to accompany Pandit Yogesh Samsiji. That's when he starts sweating. He's just like, oh.
Yeah. And we are also in the audience. We think is that ki Kaviraj ka acha ho jaye, and then we always, of course, Yogesh Dada to unki to तारीफ सब लोग ही करते हैं, पर हम लोग आपको कविराज को आके बोलते हैं कितना अच्छा संभाले, कितना अच्छा उसकी दाद, और वो खुद भी देते हैं. And that's a very important aspect of it because लय control होना माने बहुत ही अच्छी बात है, and that's a great keep it up. So you said you sing. Do you sing for Seetal also sometimes?
जब वो allow करती है मुझे.
So अभी हम लोग आपको on the spot रखते हैं. If you don't mind, you have to look at her, not face the audience, and then you have to sing. Just a line, if you don't mind.
That's the camera there.
No, you have to look at her. Yes.
Photo रख के मैं कर लूँगा.
So something which is close to your heart, which you would to like us to hear, please.
Yeah. So this is one of the most famous thumris. I think anybody who hears this will instantly know where it's from and have heard many versions.
Okay.
Right.
So I would sometimes maybe sing this jab shaadi ke pehle or
When you were learning, what did Koshki ji say to you?
There's one instance actually. We had sessions with Koshki ji, and she was teaching me a thumri, Sajan wa kab aoge, Pahadi mein. And she asked me, she said, "Have you ever been in love?"
How old are you then?
I think I was maybe 17 at that time. So I didn't meet Seetal yet, so love one. And she said, in these kind of art forms, thumri, you have to come from some real experience So I think maybe only after, you know, meeting Seetal and वो दुख जो होता है और या सुख, you know, कोई भी the रस जो उसमें है, you know, you start feeling that more, I think.
We always used to do our own thing as well. So we've always seen our relationship like parallel, you know, like train tracks.
Right.
And so I would go just in December. I was in Delhi for a month learning from Guruji. So I was away on my own for like 2 months. I think it was a month and 6 weeks.
Mhm.
So we always would do our own thing, and for people, I guess, to understand, like musicians' lifestyle is always traveling as well.
Right.
So even Kaviraj would be on tours or performing or projects and things like that. So I think it's important. You have to be quite independent as well. Yeah, you can't be like stuck together all the time.
Right.
But that understanding of separation and coming together, it's like this poem that says, "Love is like the ocean on each other's shores." So the love is always moving. It's always dynamic. So that's the thing, I guess, that might help with these tumris.
Yeah. So I mean, uske baad you start feeling, and you know, this I would maybe feel more after meeting Seetal. So it's just
Tampura.
Yeah.
We are now having. Oh, there is one Tampura, but it's not tuned yet. So we have to use I Tampura.
Yeah.
याद पिया की आए हाय राम, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहा न जाए हाय राम, याद पिया की आए, वाली उमरिया सुनी सजरिया, वाली उमरिया सुनी सजरिया, हाँ जो बन भी तो जाए है राम, जो बन भी तो जाए है राम, याद पिया की आए हाय राम, याद पिया की, याद पिया की, याद पिया की
क्या बात है, बहुत अच्छे, क्या बात है,
ब्यूटीफुल।
बहुत अच्छे। तो देखिए, ऑडियंस को मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ कि अभी हम लोगों ने एक संतूर की क्लिपिंग सुनी, अभी गाना सुना, तो इतने अच्छे कविराज आप गा रहे हैं। We will also do sometimes fusion, and I have seen some of those you know, pieces of some projects. What kind of fusion or projects you have done which you are proud of? Could you share something?
So एक project था just in 2009 2019 हाँ sorry जिसमें 8 म्यूजिशियन थे, अलग अलग, मतलब पूरे दुनिया के, you know, अलग अलग musicians और you know different styles. मैं था, you know, although I'm living in the UK, but I was representing, you know, India and Indian music. और artists एक East Africa, from Kenya, from Armenia, from Estonia, from Finland, you know, so ऐसे करके so many different musicians came together.
Excellent.
तो उसमें, you know, अलग अलग opportunities मिले, जैसे मैं और musician जो केन्या से आया था, hum log milke, we created almost a song, in a way. Hamara connection, Kenya ka, we have, although I've never been, but, mere dadaji se, mere chacha vagara, even from my father, we hear of such amazing times they had in East Africa. Or, we connected, we bonded over that, and some amazing textures that come out. His instrument is called nyatiti, so almost like a surmandal, but very art yada star hai usme. So बहुत ही मतलब simple melodies पर rhythmical उससे आते हैं, और फिर उसके ऊपर I would play santoor, and we almost did like a sawal jawab within that as well. So
I have a short clipping from there, if I can play for the audience. Just give me a second. I think this is it. Sorry. Just give me a second.
Thank you.
Just stop that for a minute so that it doesn't play. So, I mean, this is very, very good. Excellent. I can see that person's smile. It's so pure.
Yeah.
And he's
He
just
was enjoying so much.
enjoying, and both of you, the music was bringing together.
Blending.
And I think now the current times are an example that COVID, what it has done is that brought everybody on the same platform,
Yes.
whether you are from US, UK, India, or Africa, or and I think we have always been telling, I think musicians have been telling that music can bring this, not diseases, unfortunately. But this is great work.
So
so much fun.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
good.
Kaviraj.
No, but I was just saying, it's so fun to bring these different art forms together and then see how they can collaborate. It's
True.
Yeah.
True. So going on to the more family and house front, to have some fun. Who cooks in the house amongst both of you?
So we actually live with my parents at the moment.
Oh, lucky.
Okay.
So we're so lucky, because also my parents are in the same field. They're in music, and there's that connection we have, and the support we get, from them to allow us to, have our careers and things like that. So mainly, mom is cooking,
Right.
but she's the best cook, so we can't compete in that sense.
No, yeah.
In our
And she's had
house,
the most of the answer as well, so
So
we try. I do some basic things. I'm also starting to learn some of the hamara desi khana वगैरह. I made kofte during the lockdown.
Oh wow.
Which were okay.
And
थोड़ा
did you,
रियाज चाहिए उसमें
I
उसका.
hope they are not from M&S frozen. Because I do them very well. Yeah, samosas. So I do all of them. Samosas frozen from Iceland. Just break it and give it.
Yeah, evidence. We have photographic evidence. I'm making.
Acha, okay, good.
and
I think-
if Seetal is sometimes cooking, then what do you like the best that what do you think is the best that she cooks?
Seetal tries lots of different recipes. Her salads are very nice. She makes a lot of we've been making fajitas,
Okay.
quesadillas, enchiladas, sort of Mexican
So
thing.
is it
That's
because
quite
of
nice.
her trials you appreciate it, or you really like it?
No, it's very nice. We all in the house, even dad, and we all enjoy it.
I try and make some healthy, tasty things and something a bit different because mom is so good at the desi khana and everything. So can't really compete with that. I need to get my talim up to that point.
I know.
Close to that. And then I'll be able to. But I end up, to give her a break as well because she mainly does so much. She manages everything. But yeah, it was interesting. Once Kavi was saying about cooking, and he was saying, because I'm good at it, he was like, oh, you're better at cooking than me, so it's good for me to do it. But then it's the thing with women, we just have to do it as well. Sometimes women don't like to cook, but they have to do it. So sometimes it's just about learning and trying different things. And I think Kavi's a little bit of perfectionist as well. The sur has to be obviously always exactly, but so with cooking, sometimes it's a bit of upaj. It's just just improvise. Just you've got all the ingredients, and sometimes just be creative.
Cooking में अभी सरगम अलंकार पलटा वगैरह चल रहा है अभी. लेवल तक आया नहीं मेरा.
Acha. Well, one day you will.
And amongst both of you, who's the
Early bird.
early bird?
Who
Neither of us. Neither of us. We used to try, get up, like I said.
But before marriage, you used to wake him up at 5:30. I heard.
Yeah, I know. But I think I convinced myself. I heard somewhere that artists they can stay up really late, but they can't wake up early because of the schedule, like performances or rehearsals or anything like that. You always do in the evening. So I just made the excuse in my mind, we're just artists, we don't have to wake up early. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Good one.
Okay, Shri, you can.
Now, I was just saying that also, do you perform together sometime?
Yeah,
we've started to more recently in the past couple of years. But I do feel like Kaviraj is a lot more advanced than me. He's more senior than me. He's more knowledgeable than me. So I never want to bring him down or anything, So I'm always, whenever we step into a performance opportunity or anything, I always try and learn from him because I feel like he has that more knowledge and more experience and things like that. So maybe not when it comes to chakkars and tatkar and all of that. But in terms of the understanding of music and things like that, I try and let him lead, and then I try and keep up with him.
Yeah, we have seen a short clipping. I'll actually share that also
With the audience?
With the audience. Just give me a minute. And sorry for the technical glitch last time. I hope this time it works. Let's see. this is a very small clipping again because of
Mm.
time. Trying
Yeah,
to,
I have to be ready as a Kathak dancer. Doing something like Jala is
Yeah.
like you have to be, Mukti ji knows, like you have to have your solid like riyaz, your top of your game, because it's a stamina exercise. A lot of Jala is stamina and speed, obviously. But keeping up with Santoor, sometimes musicians don't understand that how tiring it is to dance, you know, how much energy it actually takes to just stand up in front of the audience is so exhausting. So yeah, it's always that.
Done very well, Seetal.
and I think especially, I mean, I can definitely say that when it comes to Jala on the feet, like footwork versus Santoor, I think on dancing is much difficult. I
Yeah.
can definitely
Yeah.
say that, and you know it because thanks to, I mean, Santoor, it's in that sense, I think it's relatively easy to play that speed.
Yeah.
But of course, you do lots of other things. But when it comes to Jala and
Yeah.
related, very well done,
Very
Seetal,
well
on
done,
that.
Seetal.
And that's why I wanted to take that clip to share because it's not
Mm.
common. So yeah.
Thank you.
So I would like to share a special thing about today, 8th August, to all the audience, that today is their wedding anniversary. I think 5th wedding anniversary, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wish you a very happy anniversary and
thank
best
you.
Thank you.
from us, and I'm surely from the audience as well. And we have a small surprise for both of you on this special day.
Give me a second. Again. So here it is.
Happy anniversary to Kaviraj and Seetal.
Oh,
Wish you a very beautiful anniversary celebration, and feeling so happy for you guys. Happy anniversary, guys! Oh my god!
Just to check that you are able to. Oh, you see the screen. Sorry, I just wanted to. Sorry.
Absolutely amazing. I just want to thank you guys and how far you've come and individually.
Here's wishing you all the best on this very special day. One thing I like about you two is that you are constantly supporting each other as a couple, be that musically, artistically, and otherwise. So it is really, looking at you two, it's really couple goals.
We really like how you're both always motivating and supporting each other to achieve not only your mutual goals, but also aspirations.
She encourages you musically, she challenges you to push you further, and it's just great to see you both together. Seetal, whenever Kavi talks about you, it's with a lot of respect and love. So yeah, it's just great seeing you both together, encouraging each other throughout this journey that you've got. So yeah, happy anniversary. Wish you many more happy ones.
Yeah, keep supporting each other artistically and in all your non-artistic endeavors as well. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you, Seetal and Kavi. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I pray that your marriage is filled with blessings and lots of joy. Something I really love and admire about your marriage is the strong foundation of friendship that it has and the understanding that you both have of each other. I think it's really admirable and such a beautiful and rare thing to see between two people.
But yeah, really think that you guys complement each other really well, not only musically but personally. We're really proud of you guys, how far you've come, and here's to many more years to come.
Have a great interview with Mukti ji. Now I'll be watching him. So take care, and I'll see you soon.
Oh my gosh. I'm genuinely like shocked. Wow, thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
just amazing. It's so sweet.
Nice surprise, yeah.
I don't know how. They're like some of the most important people in our lives. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Really all of
And we
our
understand
thank
that,
you.
we definitely understand that, and it's a special day. And thanks actually that you decided to spend time with us and with our
it's so
friends.
fun.
Yeah, so this
And
is really, really
I would
good.
also like to thank your closest friend among this thing who helped us with this. That's Jasdeep.
Okay.
Abdul. So I called him and he was like, oh yes, of course, they are really good friends, and this is just amazing, and we would definitely like to do something special for them. So thank you, Jasdeep, if you're watching us.
Thanks.
And
you so
have to
much.
really
Payment
think about-
बाद में दूंगा.
पेमेंट बाद में मिलेगी. हाँ प्लीज आप ही देना क्योंकि हम लोग तो पेमेंट दे नहीं रहे. But the best thing is that as within one shout, I think there were so many people ready. And I think the message is very loud and clear that, you are kind of made for each other. You support each other musically. And then I think to also have that individuality. And I think everybody almost said the same thing. And this is very good to have an identity of your own. And then the overall purpose. So very well done. Keep up that friendship, preserve them, because not everybody gets those kind of friends. This is very, very good.
So Kaviraj, if now it's anniversary, so it's a really special day. So what can you describe Seetal in just 3 words, please?
This is difficult. I knew this was coming even from the beginning last time, but it's still so difficult. तीन शब्द कम है. It's not. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I have to give him some time.
Yeah.
We understand, but still we want 3 words.
I think from my side, supportive, smart, and a friend.
Right,
Nice.
right.
Very good.
Very nice. How about you, Seetal? Your turn.
Kind. I think he's one of the most kindest people
Yeah.
ever. A lot of people would probably agree. And he always just wants to help people. He's always so helpful. When anyone asks him to do anything, he always say yes. So like always try and help everyone.
Yeah.
So kind, principled. He has very strong principles about what's right and wrong. He's like this dharma, it's like so he's got a strong backbone in terms of principles. And I mean, I think interesting. He'll always, that's one thing at the beginning, with friends and things, when you talk, and often they'll say things and you agree with them all the time. And you always just talk about similar things and all of that. But with Kavi, when I used to talk to him or have debates about different issues, he'll always say something that I didn't ever think of before. So that's something that also helps us to grow, is because he brings a different perspective to things, which is really
so the audience can see that how much they really love each other, because I mentioned almost 3 times that it has to be just 3 words.
I know.
And they are not able to stop themselves from talking about each other as long as it goes. So we want to just have some fun cross questioning we're going to do. So Kaviraj, Seetal, what's Kaviraj's favorite dish?
What's Kavi's favorite dish?
Yes.
Indian, desi or non-desi?
Anything.
For desi, I think
Kofta.
I have to be quick. There's so many.
Kofta.
We just had rajma chawal now. I think that's
my favorite.
Paneer.
No.
Paneer.
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
anymore.
Partha. I was gonna say partha first. Partha, aubergine, sabji.
Bangan ka barta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Kaviraj, could you tell us what is Seetal's most favorite, let's say, holiday destination?
Oh, okay.
I don't even know myself. But as in like the setting.
I think the best holiday we've had is we went to, on our honeymoon, actually, we went to Bali.
Okay.
I think maybe that's probably,
Pretty good.
yeah.
Yes. What do you think is Kaviraj's favorite outfit, Seetal?
Or color?
Outfit, yes.
Or thing to wear. What you like
Yes.
to wear. Definitely a t-shirt, just casual, and then probably jogging bottoms.
Okay.
In the lockdown, you're not
Relaxed.
going anywhere.
Okay, Kaviraj, could you tell me how much time Seetal takes to get ready? She has to go for a party.
Too much. Seetal isn't too bad, I think.
You know, we take the same amount of time because he has a dhari and his pagri to tie.
I think when she has time, she takes her time. You know, slowly, dhire dhire, she'll do this. You know,
Gana ke saath.
yeah, just so ghanta, maybe it can take up to that long.
Okay.
While just to do her hair and things, but she can be ready quickly as well.
Right.
Perfect.
I think, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Seetal, which film does he like the most? English.
English film.
Or
Do you like
series?
the most? Oh, he likes Breaking Bad as a
Okay.
serial. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's one of my favorites.
So we go ahead with a thing where when I say a word, you have to just, the first thing that comes to your mind, you have to tell us. Yeah. So starting with Seetal, river.
Sal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raga.
Kaviraj?
For me. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. We'll just.
emotion.
Okay.
Right. Kathak artist, Seetal.
Guruji.
Right.
Vacation for Kaviraj. Again, vacation.
Relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Seetal, chocolate.
Cadbury's.
This may not be the right one for Kaviraj, as much as I know Kaviraj maybe, but drink.
Pani.
Seetal, paratha.
Aloo.
Kaviraj, tal.
7:30.
Arre wah.
Arre wah.
Yeah, Shani. Street food.
Seetal.
Golgappe or Pani Puri.
Okay.
Kaviraj, festival.
This is a hard one.
You know, in the UK, we're not that festival-y
Yeah.
as India.
Yeah.
You know.
I think the most fun maybe Holi.
Holi.
That was fun.
Yeah, we
Last
had our
year.
first Holi in India was 2 years ago. It was
Right.
so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And Seetal, movie.
So many movies. I don't know. What's my favorite movie? Crazy Stupid Love. I think that's a nice one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Bollywood. Kaviraj.
Bollywood.
Bollywood.
Lagan.
Yeah, he likes
Lagan.
Lagan.
We were just playing cricket outside as well. And Lagan is always, you mentioned Lagan.
Right.
Wonderful, Kaviraj and Seetal. It was really, really a beautiful evening spent with you. And I'm sure that it's right now afternoon, and you must be being a special day for both of you. You must have plans for evening, and we are very glad that we didn't disturb, thanks to the time gap between UK and India.
Oh yeah, it always works out, and it's so nice. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
opportunity And when you mentioned, you know, it was today, it just gave such a nice chance for us to reflect. And because life is so fast paced, and even in this lockdown, you know, it's always like next thing. But actually taking time to be grateful and reflect and be thankful and celebrate as well is really important. So thank you for allowing us to do that with you, and with music. Like we all love music so much. It's such a big part of our life. So it's important to remember that.
Perfect. We had a great time, and I'm sure the audience must have had a great time knowing you both. And because we want the audience to know that there are many such couples, you know, it may not be you people, may not, Indian people here may not know you otherwise. So that's our another this thing to bring in front of the audience such couples that whether it is in India, UK or US.
Yeah, this is amazing because born and brought up in the UK, and you are representing our, you know, culture there, actually preserving it. Thanks to you, of course, your parents actually who have, you know, but this will continue in generations, and I'm sure you will do well. Keep on practicing. I'm sure we will keep on speaking to you in many places, and then also perform. So thank you so much again. Have a great evening. Lots of best wishes and happy wedding anniversary, 5th one. And we will close the session, but with this short video of our ArtHub. We just to say to everybody that please do join ArtHub, and you know, that's the what do you say, international platform of bringing every artist together as much as possible from any genre, not only Indian classical, but everyone. And I'm sure that we will also use that to network. So again, thank you, Seetal and Kaviraj. Have a good rest of the day. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now, Seetal and Kaviraj. Happy anniversary. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, thank you. Have a nice evening, guys. Bye for now. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. Namaste.
Bye.